Good morning. Good morning. Taking a nice couple of deep breaths here as we cyber smudge. If you've got incense or sage or essential oils, anything that you'd like to utilize to engage that sense of smell, which helps open up your sense of knowing, that internal knowing. Also, when you continually use the same basic practice, like lighting sage or Palo Santo or incense, or use the same essential oil or apply it in the same spot, like on your forehead or your heart, it starts to prepare your body to be in meditative mode. Starts so your body goes, oh, I know where we're going. I know what we're doing. I can prepare accordingly. And so it starts to just happen for you. Taking a couple of nice, big, deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and exhale, sighing through your mouth. Relaxing the neck and shoulders, relaxing your ass, relaxing your jaw and your forehead, relaxing your belly. Take a moment to use as many of your senses as possible to sense a circle of light around you. Do you see it? What does it feel like? Does it have a sound or vibration? Is there a color? Is there an emotion associated with it? What do you know about this light? And around this circle, calling in any of your gods, guardians, and guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, anyone that you feel you'd like to connect with energetically. Call them in. Excuse me. Bless me. Once you feel like your circle is surrounded with those light beings that feel good to you, even just the archetypical energy of them being around, and ask for their guidance, help, and support as you call in your higher self to pour down over you from the great central sun in our universe or heaven or wherever feels good for you, pouring down over your body, filling up your circle, filling you up from the inside out and surrounding you from the outside in. And also, as it puddles down around you, it starts to connect to the earth. So you literally become the bridge between heaven and earth realities. You are the center. You are the peace, the connection. And you are the only one. What is the word that wants to come here? Radical responsibility. You are the only one in charge of stepping into your heaven, your light, your love, your peace, your joy, or choosing to wallow in hell, staying in victim, small, giving your power to everyone and everything outside of you. If only they would change, if only this would change, if only that would be more like this. then I'll be happy. Then I'll feel safe. Then I'll be at peace. Then I can go do the thing that I feel called to do. Bullshit. Love you. Bullshit. Not that I love you is bullshit, but I love you and I'm calling bullshit. You are a sovereign soul, human being. You have connection to both heaven and earth realities. And when you bridge them together, you can birth new heaven on earth realities here now. But that cannot happen if you continue to defend to the death your illusions of whatever you're going through right now. A Course in Miracles says that the only problem or mistake that can be made or happen is realizing that there can be a problem or a mistake in the first place. When you realize that you are the missing link, you are the one that can free, you are the only one that can free yourself from these limitations, these fears, the scarcity, the pain, the pressure, the problems, the issues. You're the only one that can free yourself from them. And the only way to do it is not by fighting the problem, not by trying to figure out how to solve the problem, because then you're living on the same landscape and plane of energy that the problem was created on. And if the only problem is that there's not a problem, that you believe that there's a problem, if that's the only problem, then stepping into your light, stepping into this sovereignty, stepping into your sacred self will shine a light on the problem and realize you were just in a waking nightmare, believing it true. And the truth is, you were designed to be happy, to be at peace, to be loved and loving, to be whole and safe. As a part of you that was here before this physical body and will continue on after this physical body lays down for its final rest, a part of you cannot be harmed. And believing that anything that happens to this physical body is something you identify with or label with is just crazy, because you're just temporarily in this form. It's just a temporary form that you chose. You chose this temporary form to fulfill the purpose that your spirit, soul self, sovereign being needed. You have everything you need inside of you. Just take a moment to sit in this knowing, in this awareness, recognizing the thoughts going through your head. Well, yeah, but what about this? And well, yeah, but, all of the exceptions, how you are an exception to the rule because you are exceptional. I only can say this because I have been there. It is something I work on constantly. I'm so exceptional. No one understands me. So these rules must not apply to me. I must need a special set of instructions. They're just specially unique to me. That belief in specialness, that you are different or separate from others, is an illusion. It's a lie. Our salvation, our freedom, our revolution comes when we realize that, of course, we're special in the way that we are a sovereign soul being, but so is everyone else. And when I can realize my sovereign self, then I can see it in you. And when I see it in you, you reflect it back in me. And until then, we reflect back pain and we project pressure and problems and mistakes, relationship problems, political problems, war. Byron Katie says, I am the suffering of all the world. I hold the suffering of all the world. I am the suffering of all the world. I experience, I am the cause. Shit, now I can't remember. But basically, the concept is a really hot topic right now. Like, when will war end, right? Especially after the recent bombing. And what Byron Katie says is that when there is no more war within yourself, will war end outside of you. When you stop battling your own self, your head and your heart, your ego and your spirit, your mind and your body, when you stop battling, when you stop warring, when you stop thinking that there is a justifiable reason ever to attack, or that there ever has been an attack on you, when you can let those go and realize attack for what it really is, a call for help. Help. I have forgotten who I am. I have forgotten that I am light, that I am love, that I am divine peace and radiant joy, that I am a child of the divine creator that created me and created you to experience the abundance of this life. When there's an attack, there's a cry for help. I have forgotten who I am. And if you respond in kind with attack, a counterattack, or revenge, you're equally crying out, I don't know who I am either. I need you to tell me who I am. We can stand sovereign in ourself, knowing I am safe and whole and held and loved here now, and stop judging myself, stop attacking myself, stop criticizing myself, stop punishing myself for my perceived failures and mistakes and problems. When I stop, and I take a breath, place my hand on my heart, and connect to the eternal now moment. Because now never ends. Now is eternal. Now never ends. Now never ends. Now never ends. Now is eternity. And when you connect to now, you have a choice. Do I choose heaven or hell? Am I going to react the way that I've been taught and programmed and trained to react? Or am I going to pause and respond with love, remembering who I am? And when I remember who I am, it now gives you permission to remember who you are. And when I remember that I am not at war with myself, that there is no need to drop bombs on myself to claim more land, my ego needs more space. The ego is an illusion. It doesn't even exist. And so that part that demands, that part that needs, that part that wants, that part that has to have, that part that feels betrayed or attacked or hurt or scared or unsafe or Any of those that are not anything that is not out of love, anytime my ego acts out, it is crying for help. Love me. I forgot who I am. And when you can show up for yourself with loving kindness, with compassion and forgiveness, you become free. A Course in Miracles says that salvation is merely realizing the mistake or problem doesn't even exist. And you forgive yourself for believing it existed in the first place. And you have compassion on yourself for believing that it existed in the first place. And you then surrender that part of you up to spirit, to source, to light, to God. Then you are free, and you free everyone around you. Homes are falling. People are suffering. And this is a collective wound that we all must heal together. And we heal this together by realizing there is no us versus them. There is no right or better than versus wrong or worse than. That is the illusion. Because we are all God's children. We all came from this earth and live on this planet and share in its resources. How can a line, imaginary line that's drawn in the dirt or water, be real and keep us away from each other and different and other than? It's like drawing a line down ourselves and saying our ego or my inner child or my crone or my even my Mormon self must stay over here and my higher self stay over here. And let me just bomb you because you're obviously wrong. Like you can't go in and beat darkness out of a room with a bat. You have to go in and shine light. I can't drop bombs on my ego or my inner child or my, Mormon self. I can't, I would harm myself. The only way to heal the separation, if we're drawing a line and ego and inner child and Mormon self are over here and spirit self is over here, well, only half of me is connected. The other half is separated. I'm not whole. I can't be. The spirit doesn't even work like that. And I can't fight them out because what you resist persists. I can't shun them or shove them out because they'll just rise back up. The only way to heal the disconnect is through compassion, love, forgiveness, understanding, offering light to those parts of me that have forgotten that they are light. And when I can do that in me, the world becomes free. And when I share this with you in hopes that you will do this within you and join me in solidarity and sovereignty to help free the world. Sending love to the nation's leaders, sending love to the military, Sending love to the House and the Senate and all of the parts and players that had a role in saying, this is a good idea. Let's blow people up. That'll show them. They're obviously in pain. They're obviously crying out, help, I have forgotten who I am, that I already have it all. And there's enough to go around. And of course, sending so much love and light to the homes, the families, and the land that has been destroyed. May all beings remember who they are. May all beings be happy and free. May all beings live in sovereignty and peace. May all beings wake up from the nightmare of me, ego, attack, illusion, problem, scarcity, need, and greed. May they wake up to their light. Wake up to the love that already exists within and around them if they could just choose to see. And if it starts with me, help me stop warring and battling against my divine nature. Help me surrender to my innate power. And help me forgive all those parts of myself that have forgotten who they are. With so much love, so much compassion. So it is. Aho. Namaste. Sadhu. Amen. And a little woman too. Thank you for being here today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.